my single solitary viewer, and welcome back to All Stars 2021. The UHC of All Stars. AJ Steele finding a friend, and they'll want to get geared up. They're a little bit undergeared compared to the opposition. Abstraction had a bit of a tougher time, I guess, than other rounds, though I think, if I recall correctly, Potsy did find a lot of stuff. But, yeah. It looks like... Oh, I thought Phobia had finally found the enemy that we're looking for, and underground, actually, is either Chloe or Lake. They could find somebody. But what happened to Phobia is that they decided to reunite on the surface and start hunting too early. I actually called this back when they joined up in episode 3 and, got the team in chance and split everything up. Because at this point, they only have 2 diamond pieces for the whole team. And most other teams kept caving for at least 20 more minutes. And those teams found, well, obviously a lot more goods, just like Pi finding 4 more diamonds, or Wacko finding an extra little diamond to add to the collection. Phobia have just found nothing. They're finding nothing, nada. They actually walked past Ambition before they were geared with healing, or unknowingly walked close by. I won't say past. It's as if they were completely out of it, which is not the case. But the luck did not turn out the way they hoped for Phobia. Cold Bacon's just having a heck of a time with a baby zombie. Actually posed a bigger problem than Austin in the last episode, it turns out, that baby zombie. Phobia still on the prowl, and at this point they have to know that instead of having the early advantage of being united, they now have the late disadvantage of being undergeared. How quickly things can change in a UHC in just a few episodes. When you were among the teams who were ready to fight the earliest, and becomes suddenly a disadvantage. International, geared with a decent amount of diamonds. I think they're feeling a little comfortable, but they don't know yet that there are teams around that have them beat. Cold Bacon finds a village, and what's left... Well, actually, I say what's left. They're all there. Abstraction are meeting up for the final preparations. I don't think I don't think there's a big chance that another team finds them right away. So they're in a pretty good position. But let's look at Pi and see if he's found some interesting things in there. Doesn't look like it to me. There's no magical books. Maybe there was a gapple or something of that nature. But nope. Speaking of spawners being found, he just found one. And he's going to be very disappointed with the loot in here. He is unenchanted. Cinema really having no luck this game. Maybe this mineshaft is going to turn things around for Key, but that spawner is not the one that is going to do that for him. White Pikmin just getting those levels, because when you enchant, you need the levels. So Ambition on the prowl. They have the most diamonds thanks to a fortune pick that they found. Go and look at the elite way of crossing the river on display. You should learn from Bobby. You should learn. But it's one of the things that makes Bobby a difficult fish to contain. He's among the players most likely to actually successfully get away from you if you actually manage to try and get his back against the wall. He's going to find some means of escaping because of the excellent parkour. Lake is shifting a whole lot down here. and that's because he's paranoid. The only person nearby is his teammate. And again, more prep going on. Still some caving happening. Wacko. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. But Wacko's quite alone. There's a chance he might find a little bit of gold here, but yeah, he'll eventually get it. He'll eventually get it. Kev Guy preparing to make his exit, and while Drake finally enchanting, making another enchantment table for his team, but he is a solo for Paradox, and he might. I mean, he's got some gear, but being a solo, even with 10 gaps, if a team really jumps him, they could do a lot of damage. But he's making sure he's got as good armor as he can get before meetup, so that even if he gets melee rushed, he'll take a few down with him, is, I think, his plan. And maybe, you never know, if he successfully bides his time and waits for the optimal moment to strike, if he becomes opportunistic, is the word I'm looking for. And, well, then he's got a chance. Kinako apparently finds a different mineshaft from the mineshaft he was in. Apparently, it's a mineshaft intersecting with another mineshaft. Maybe that second mineshaft. Oh, we got teams here. They find the message, and we've got one of them. International is going to be having another fight on their hands if they're aware enough to spot these guys. And Austin actually is so skilled in PvP, he might actually take them all out. That's entirely possible. I swear to you. Believe me. But yeah, they're taking that fight. Because International, even though they're underdogs, you know, they're not going to be cowardly hiding away. Though things are looking bad here for Onk. He is split off from the rest of his team. And oof, they're scattering in a rather disorganized fashion. That's not what you want to see. They're getting blocked by the border too. That's not what they want. So I don't know if Onk is actually going to run away from there or try to get out. But it's just not a good battlefield. Bob Joe Mack, by the way, did land a shot on Austin. So good for him. But the more shots are being taken, the more the fight gets on the addiction side of things, I think. So Onk is going to be behind them. I don't know if Onk is going to be... Well, he's going to be eating a gapple. No, he is fighting one-on-one versus Scott Peary as the others flee. So Astronomical, really quite good at hitting people who are running away. That's not a problem for him. So we got Scott versus Onk, and Onk actually is being 2v1'd. And so that I don't think Onk will survive that one, because Scott and Chibiris is just it's a little tough. It's a big ask. And here Austin and who's left on that team? Oh, Awesome MacD are going to be taking the 3 others on. And I think even then, so many shots being landed all of a sudden. But that was the melee against Onk, and Chibiris gets the kill. Onk was outnumbered severely on that one, so there was no chance for him. But meanwhile, Awesome MacD and Austin are keeping International on their toes. And actually, they even have the advantage, even though it's a 3v2. Sometimes it's not a matter of numbers, but Awesome MacD, they decided, International, to try and make the move on Awesome MacD, and they're turning their back on Austin, which is not a good idea. They probably, if they should have tried to 3v1 Austin first, because as you can see, Awesome MacD can still defend himself even when he's outnumbered. He took down Sammy with him, and he's still running, letting Austin pepper everyone in the back. International. Oh, this is it for Bob Joe Mac here. Oof, that hurt. That hurt. And there's really not much left to say for TJ. It's either you try and escape, or you make a final stand to die, taking your seat in Valhalla. He's at 1 hit now. I don't think he can get a kill. I don't think that's a possibility anymore. And there it is. Austin gets another kill. That's it for International. Officially, the first team eliminated. They were, in my opinion, the biggest underdogs. They had good caving going for them, but they encountered some high skill players. And sometimes, you know, the high skill does it all. So Phobia encountered another team, and they find that, oh, double kill here. Casmic is alive, and who else is alive? Darren? Those are the only two left? Yep. So those two teams took themselves out completely. And I think Casmic is on the back foot. Yeah, Casmic is out. He's not going to be able to live. There it is. Because Darren was still half health, and Casmic was down to that last bit of health. So Darren's is the sole survivor of that team. Drake suffocates himself because he needs an extra handicap. Being a solo is, being a solo is not enough. But Darren is going to have a long time to sift through all that loot. I would recommend he makes a lot of chests, because there's a lot of stuff to look through, and it's going to despawn before he's done. But yeah, one of the teams was enchanting. Obviously, it's not Phobia. Agency was enchanting. Phobia came upon them, and even though they were under-geared with a surprise effect, they got several kills. But they did not get the win. They got the W. To be honest, so did Agency. Even though Darren's going to be, going to be full diamond, and he's going to try and keep all the best magical items that he can find from both teams, I don't think that's going to be enough. You're a solo, you're really quite the underdog. And as you can see, Addiction, who were not full diamond, got the stuff that they needed from International. And now all of them but Scott are full diamond. And suddenly, they can go head-to-head against Ambition, who used Fortune to get basically full diamond for the team. Now, of course, that means that other teams, like Abstraction here, they're going to have a tough time. You never know what can happen in a UHC, but it's an uphill battle. There's two teams here now at this point who have the maximal highest chances of winning now, and one of them you're looking at right here, Addiction, and the other is Ambition. They both start with an A, so to me they're the same round. And everyone else is an underdog, respectively speaking, at this point. Especially Chloe, who's just a team of two. Hinako and Cinema, I don't even know, since they lost Matthew, do they even have a chance? They're going to need to meet up soon, because, well, there's going to be some meetup action going on, you know? Yep. Oh, Vita still exists. Yes, it's true. Colds, Dita, and Apex of Evolution, they still exist. They've split up to, you know, do their business of gearing up more before meetup. But they're gonna need more. They're gonna need more diamonds if they want to compete. And you don't find them with a strip mine. Scribbler of Ambition on the surface. They're not the only ones on the surface. There's other teams on the surface. And I suppose for now... Oh. Is Bobby getting pumpkins for Kaoki? Well, he didn't get enough of them. That's for sure. Go figure. The real Hagrid. Kinako and Wacko Flipper of Cinema. Yes, Cinema does have enchants, but my God, they're lacking. They're lacking the loot. They've got that enchantment table right here that Wacko is using, but with Key, who's only full iron, no diamonds, and the other two having only one piece each, and down a member because Matthew was. Well, I mean, he was taken out rather early. So 99 King of Carson, arriving at the village. And I don't know how people remember old teams. I sure don't. I sure do not remember. But hey, who knows? Bobby might. Roberto La Tortuga has stumbled upon the scene of the crime. He's wondering, I wonder what happened here. And this is where Ankh died. I'm pretty sure. And of course, well, that didn't go well. I think this is where Ankh died. I don't know. You know what? I don't know because I didn't witness that death specifically. Ankh got separated from his team. Drake now on the surface, trying to get apples from all trees. So I don't know if, but it does appear that the birch trees. He's got 18 apples. Saving a little bit of gold in the hopes of finding a head, I suppose. And Lake is still Iron Man. Is he the only one? I knew not. But this village has been seen recently. Is it the same village? No, it's a different village because this one has a blacksmith. I don't know what people found in the blacksmith, but this is basically the 0-0 village. Let's call this one the 0-0 village, even though it's not exactly at 0-0. It's close enough. And yeah, we've got that team. Just Addiction is ready for the meetup, and Ambition getting that old school fishing going. Maybe just hoping that in the last 10 minutes they'll find some random Power 4 book or a flame book, because those would be legal to use if it's fished or found. You can use fishing. Flame, I mean, would be on. And, well, these poor dudes. Abstraction, they're not the most, they're not the biggest underdog at this point. Of course, Lake and Chloe are. Even though, like, Drake is a solo, Drake could probably take out Lake and Chloe, I guess. But that's the end. That's the end of episode 5. Episode 6 starts in 2 days, and that's where it all goes down. So you don't want to miss it. Bye-bye.
sponsored by the Flues Crew on Patreon.